All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So Robert Saleh just wrapped up his post-practice presser here, and man, I gotta be honest, I'm relieved. I'm actually pretty relieved. According to multiple reports throughout the course of practice, there were numerous guys that had to leave, numerous guys got hurt, but according to Saleh, in the end, it doesn't sound like anything is too serious. To quickly go over them, Jermaine Johnson left about midway through practice and didn't return, but Saleh said afterwards that he could have returned, but they didn't feel like they needed to rush him back in. Laken Tomlinson went down. He apparently should be okay. Same with Quincy Williams. He walked off under his own power, but limped off the field. And then Carl Lawson didn't practice today. Supposedly he had some back tightness before the day started, so he got held out. And then of course Garrett Wilson also not practicing. So we're looking at this list and it's like, man, there's a lot of players here, and of course factoring in Dwayne Brown. By the way, quick unfortunate news. I saw it late last night, but according to Rich Cimini, Dwayne Brown is still on the PUP list, but it's looking like it's going to be 2 weeks before practicing. So obviously it's not the most ideal situation in the world, right? I mean, we're really counting on Dwayne Brown right now, especially because Mekhi Becton isn't getting starting snaps, right? He's not getting snaps with the first team in practice or anything like that. It's really looking like the Jets are going to be counting on Dwayne Brown this season to be the team's starting left tackle. Let's just call it 2 weeks from yesterday. So it's looking like he should be back right around the time of the Bucs game. And then from there, it's like, okay, we have one more week against the New York Giants. No joint practices, I don't believe right now. I think if there is going to be one, it should only just be the one joint practice against the Giants. And then there's that fourth bye week, essentially like ramping up for the start of the regular season. And then of course the Jets do have that extra day to prepare because the first game's on Monday night. So the point is, it's unfortunate. I thought Dwayne Brown was going to be coming back, maybe this week at some point. But he is a veteran. He's done this before. I don't think it's not like, Will McDonald missing time. It's not like Jermaine Johnson missing time or something like that, where you're a really young player and these snaps are so crucial. Of course, they're important for Brown. Again, he's supposed to be the team's starting left tackle, protecting a new quarterback, obviously working with the new OC as well. But at the end of the day, he's older. He's done this before. He's bounced back. I'm not too worried about it. But I think if I'm Joe Douglas and I'm looking at the roster right now, I think if I was running the team, I would at least attempt to bring in one more tackle this offseason, right before that Bills game, ideally sooner rather than later. But I'm not saying I'm right or anything like that. That's just my opinion, and I would love to hear where you stand down below in the comment section. It's just tackle is the one position where I'm like, wide receiver, great, running back, great, tight end, quarterback. I feel good at interior center guard. I feel good at a lot of different positions on the offense, but it's just tackle. That's the one that I'm like a little hesitant with, just to see kind of how things pan out. On the right side, I feel good, but left side, it's like Dwayne Brown's still not practicing. Mekhi Becton, what's going on there? So I would look to bring in one more guy, and I actually have a video coming on that exact topic in the next couple days. Now, according to multiple reporters, Aaron Rodgers supposedly looked great. One of the best days so far at Jets practice. He was efficient. He was getting the football out. Saleh was actually talking about it in the press conference. Just his ability, not only just through these practices, but really throughout the course of his career, just being able to take the little stuff, right? Take what the defense gives you, and then once the defense starts creeping up, trying to anticipate it, trying to blow up plays, trying to, cause chaos in that department, then A-Rod can hit him deep. That's when you can really expose defenses over the top and really, burn corners and really just force the football down the field with success. According to Zach Rosenblatt, he completed his first 8 passes in a row in 11 on 11s and then went 11 of 12 before an Allen Lazard drop. He ended up having a pick at the end of practice to Sauce Gardner, but overall in the day, Zach had Rodgers going 14 of 20 in 11 on 11s, one of which was a spike. And throughout the day, Tyler Conklin was mentioned, McCole Hardman was mentioned, Corey Davis was mentioned as well. By the way, he's back. He was dealing with the illness. He missed multiple practices and, clearly didn't play in the Hall of Fame game. He's back, which is awesome. especially with Garrett missing time. So, just more reps to kind of get him back. But Tyler Conklin, McCole Hardman, it really seems like Aaron Rodgers is, and we've known this about Aaron, and really there's a lot of franchise quarterbacks that you can say this with. There's always those handful of players that really start bursting onto the scene or emerging once that franchise quarterback takes the reins. Conklin and these guys, they're good players, but I could really see them all taking a step forward. I mean, to go from the Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco experience last year all the way up to Aaron Rodgers, that's going to make a major difference. And if we just do some simple math at the wide receiver position, Aaron Rodgers has compared Garrett Wilson to Devontae Adams in a couple different areas. He's not saying he is Devontae or anything like that, but there's some similarities. We can look at Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb being former teammates of Aaron Rodgers. Right, we understand the Hackett connection there. We're looking at these reports about Hardman and Conklin. This is we're in a great position, right? I mean, could you imagine if reports are coming out saying, "Oh yeah, Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers aren't on the same page. They can't get along. We're not seeing the spark. We're not seeing the productivity in practice. We're not seeing that chemistry being built." The good news here for the Jets, it's like we're rattling off players. It's like, yeah, he's moving in the right direction. These guys are building chemistry here. It really seems like with every passing week, every couple practices, the offense is looking a little bit more comfortable. So I think at this point in time, that's really all you can ask for. We know the defense is legit. They have talent. They have depth. They have their system in place and everybody kind of fits it. They have their individual roles, but the offense, there's a lot of moving parts. There's positional battles taking place. There's been injuries. Guys are missing time due to minor things. And like in Davis's case, the illness. So there's things to work through. But in one thing that just keeps blowing my mind, it feels like the Bills game is in like a week and a half. We're like 38 days away from that game. Like, we're over a month away. So there's still so much time to upgrade the roster. There's so much time to build chemistry, so much time to get better, right? Both on offense and defense, and even coaching for that matter too. Because I mean, there is going to be somewhat of, we all know what happened with, in the coaching department last season, specifically on offense. There's a bunch of new faces running the show. And unfortunately, Saleh doesn't have that much input on the offense side of the football. So it's up to Hackett. It's up to Todd Downing. It's up to Keith Carter here to really, ignite the spark and really change this offense, get it moving in the right direction. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.